What if I told you that every breath you take, every sip of water you drink is influenced by far-off forests you have never seen? A bold statement, perhaps, but the reality of deforestation is no less stark. Our world's forests, often thousands of miles from our homes, play a crucial role in sustaining the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems. These mighty guardians of biodiversity are not just picturesque landscapes. They are the lungs of our planet, absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. They influence our water cycles, catching rainwater and releasing it slowly, preventing floods and droughts. They harbour countless species, many of which we have yet to discover, but they are disappearing at an alarming rate, and with them, our planet's ability to cope with climate change is compromised. Just imagine our actions in one part of the world causing ripple effects in another. The unseen impact of deforestation is a global concern that requires our immediate attention. The Amazon rainforest, often referred to as the lungs of the earth, is under severe threat. This vast, verdant expanse, spanning over 2 million square miles, breathes life into our world, absorbing enormous amounts of carbon dioxide and exhaling precious oxygen. It's a cradle of biodiversity, home to a staggering 1 in 10 known species on Earth. Yet it is disappearing at an alarming rate. Deforestation in the Amazon is not a new phenomenon, but the scale and pace of its destruction have reached unprecedented levels. Every minute, an area equivalent to 3 football fields is lost to illegal logging, mining, and agriculture. Over the past 5 decades, we've lost nearly 20% of the Amazon, a rate that has accelerated in the last few years. This relentless assault on the Amazon's green carpet doesn't just rob the world of its biodiversity, it also imperils the livelihoods and cultures of the indigenous communities that have been the forest's guardians for centuries. Over 400 distinct indigenous groups call the Amazon home, relying on its bounty for sustenance, medicine, and spiritual fulfillment. Their intimate knowledge of the forest's intricate web of life is an invaluable resource in our fight against climate change. The devastation of the Amazon doesn't just echo through its sprawling canopy, it reverberates around the globe. The forest's role as a carbon sink is crucial in mitigating climate change. As trees fall, not only is this carbon-absorbing capacity lost, but also the stored carbon is released back into the atmosphere, exacerbating the greenhouse effect. The Amazon isn't just a forest, it's a lifeline, an ecosystem teetering on the brink. Its loss would be catastrophic, not just for the millions of species and people who depend on it, but for the health of our entire planet. The fate of the Amazon is the fate of us all. It's a stark reminder that the choices we make today will shape the world of tomorrow. From the lungs of the earth, we move to its carbon sink, Indonesia's peatland forests. A world away from the Amazon, these lush, wet environments play a critical yet often overlooked role in our planet's carbon cycle. Indonesia's peatland forests are a marvel of nature. Their thick, waterlogged soils are rich in partially decayed vegetation, known as peat. This peat, over thousands of years, has acted as a natural carbon sponge, absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and locking it away. But these incredible ecosystems are more than just carbon storages. They are home to a diverse range of flora and fauna, including the endangered orangutan and Sumatran tiger. They also play a crucial role in preventing forest fires by maintaining high moisture levels in the soil. However, these carbon-rich forests are in peril. The growing global demand for palm oil, a product used in everything from food to cosmetics, has led to rampant deforestation. Vast swathes of peatland forests are being drained and cleared to make way for palm oil plantations. This deforestation has a devastating effect on the environment. When peatland forests are drained, they release the carbon they've been storing for millennia back into the atmosphere, contributing to global warming. And as the water recedes, the risk of forest fires increases dramatically. These fires not only devastate the local ecosystem, but also release huge amounts of carbon dioxide and other harmful gases into the atmosphere. The loss of these forests also means the loss of unique biodiversity. Species like the orangutan and Sumatran tiger, which rely on these forests for their survival, are pushed closer to extinction. The story of Indonesia's peatland forests is a stark reminder of the far-reaching effects of our consumption habits. It's a tale of a delicate balance disrupted, of a carbon sink turned carbon source. Every tree felled in these peatland forests is akin to opening a carbon tap. As we continue our journey, let's remember that every choice we make, every product we buy, has the power to influence the fate of these critical ecosystems. Let's journey to the heart of Africa, where the green heart of the continent is slowly losing its beat. Beneath the magnificent canopy of Central Africa's rainforests, a silent crisis is unfolding. These forests, once vibrant and teeming with life, are being stripped bare at an alarming rate. The Central African rainforests, second in size only to the Amazon, are a sanctuary for a myriad of species, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. From the elusive forest elephant to the endangered lowland gorilla, these forests are their last refuge. Yet as the trees fall, so does their hope for survival. Deforestation is pushing these unique species towards the brink of extinction. But the implications extend far beyond the loss of biodiversity. These forests are the green heart of Africa, pumping life into the environment. They are essential carbon sinks, absorbing vast amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and thus playing a vital role in mitigating climate change. However, with the forests disappearing, this function is being compromised. Instead of absorbing carbon dioxide, these areas are now releasing it, contributing to the very problem they once helped alleviate. Furthermore, these forests are home to millions of people, many of whom depend on the forest for their livelihoods. As the forests recede, so does their way of life. Deforestation is not just an environmental issue, it's a social issue too. The roots of this crisis are complex, intertwined with poverty, lack of education, and unsustainable practices. It's a daunting challenge, but not an insurmountable one. With concerted effort and international cooperation, we can stem the tide of deforestation and breathe new life into the green heart of Africa. The green heart of Africa continues to shrink, and with it, we lose more than just trees. We lose unique species, we lose a critical defense against climate change, and we lose an integral part of our global heritage. Now, more than ever, it's time to rally around this green heart and ensure it continues to beat for generations to come. The world's forests are dwindling, but it's not too late to make a change. Each one of us, from individuals to communities and governments, has a role to play in combating deforestation. It begins with understanding that every action, no matter how small, can make an impact. Take, for instance, sustainable consumption. When we choose products that respect the environment, we send a clear message to businesses that we value the planet. Opt for items with certifications like the Rainforest Alliance or Forest Stewardship Council. These labels ensure that the product was produced in a way that protects forests. Then, there's forest conservation initiatives. These programs aim to protect our forests by promoting sustainable forestry practices. They help local communities manage their forests, ensuring they can reap the benefits without causing harm. Supporting these initiatives can be as simple as donating to a trusted organisation or as involved as volunteering your time, but it's not just about what we can do as individuals. Governments have a crucial role to play too. They can enforce stricter laws on illegal logging and promote the use of sustainable materials in industries. Policies that provide incentives for forest conservation, such as payments for ecosystem services, can help make preserving forests an economically viable option for landowners. Education is another critical tool in our arsenal. By raising awareness about the importance of forests and the threats they face, we can inspire more people to take action. Schools, communities, and media outlets all have a part to play in spreading this vital message. And let's not forget about the power of our voices. By speaking up for our forests, whether it's through peaceful protests, signing petitions, or engaging with our elected officials, we can help drive change on a larger scale. As we move forward, let's remember that the fight against deforestation is a collective effort. It requires us all to make conscious choices, to stand up for our forests, and to demand action from those in power. The power to save our forests lies in our hands. Will you take a stand? Every tree that stands tall is a testament to the resilience of nature. Yet these silent sentinels need our help. Deforestation continues to scar our planet, and together we can and must take action. There are countless ways we can contribute. From making informed consumer choices to supporting organisations that protect our forests, every action counts. Consider subscribing to newsletters from environmental groups. They are a wealth of knowledge and resources, enabling us to stay informed about the latest developments and how we can help. Participate in tree planting initiatives in your local area or donate to reforestation efforts worldwide. Encourage dialogue about deforestation in your communities. Raise awareness about the importance of forests to our survival and the devastating impacts of their loss. It's a conversation that needs to happen now more than ever. Remember, the future of our forests depends on us. Act now, before it's too late.